Hi, and welcome to today's podcast. We're calling this one A Pill for Every Ill. For those of you who are new to us, this is Jen and Dan's Natural Healing with Plants. I am Jen, also known as Holistic Jen, and I am an herbalist. I'm a health educator and a health coach, and I help a lot of people with culinary nutrition, whole food plant-based culinary nutrition. And I'm a practitioner of nutritional endocrinology. And so I love to work with hormones and hormone health. But Dan and I both went to the School of Natural Healing. So our focus is on natural healing and working on balancing the body. So, how are you today, Dan?
Oh, I'm doing great, Jen. How are you doing?
I'm great.
My name's Dan. I use the name on the internet, Dan the Natural Man. I have a YouTube channel, Dan the Natural Man, and I have a website called Dan the Natural Man. I'm a master herbalist and a exercise physiologist, and I use herbs. I use plant-based eating and exercise and herbal cleansing to help people get healthy again. So,
Right. Yes. In our world, we focus on addressing root cause. And we don't want to slap on a quick fix. We want to definitely get to the root. And that comes not only from the School of Natural Healing, but also from the holistic healthcare realm as well. And one of our biggest pet peeves is when someone calls and says, "What herb should I take for this?" Or "I have this going on. What herb should I take? What supplement should I take? Just tell me what I need to do." And we'll say, "Well, we need to focus on your sleep. We need to focus on your water." And I don't want all that. I just want to know what I need to take. And so, what do you think about that, Dan?
well, I think first of all, it drives me a little bit crazy because this has been propagated from the medical system where the doctor says, your blood pressure's up, just take this pill, you'll be fine. So they come to us and they go, well, I don't really want to take that pill the doctor has, but do you have an herb to replace that pill? I'm like, well, I do, but I don't, because then I try to educate them like you do.
Mhm.
And a lot of times I don't want to hear that part, but
No, they
I feel
don't.
like it's our mission to let people know everybody needs to understand and be told this to how to really be healthy. So,
Right, right.
and I still give them herbs if they if I talk to them and they say no, 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 I still give them some herbs and let them try it. But I also let them know that if you don't change this, this, and this, you're lying to yourself. So,
Right. This is same with so for those of you who are new to us, I always knew I wanted to help people with education, with food and health education. Um, but and I even had degrees and all that. But then I got thrown off course. I wasn't sure how I wanted to help people. But then I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease in 2007. And that's when I was like, I really need to figure this out. And when I went to doctors, they told me that I had to either have radiation or chemo or surgery, radiation surgery or meds, which they called chemo. And so, I remember thinking, wait a minute, how does that work? And, if you have an autoimmune disease and you have radiation, what created the autoimmune disease? How does radiation fix the autoimmune disease? And the same thing, like if you have high blood pressure, what's causing the high blood pressure? Taking high blood pressure medicine may lower your blood pressure, but then you're going to have to keep increasing that blood pressure medicine because you haven't fixed what's creating the high blood pressure. We have to get to the root cause, what's going on behind it. We can't, yes, taking a blood pressure pill is going to help temporarily, but it's not going to keep you from getting worse.
it's not.
Mm.
And they if beyond the blood pressure pills, the cholesterol pills are kind of the same ballpark where you have to lower your cholesterol. We'll give you a pill, and they might talk to you about healthy eating, but medical doctors are not trained in truly healthy eating. They don't really know they might put you on a keto diet even, which is not healthy.
Right.
You know, one of these
Right.
high fat animal based diets. That's one of the reasons you have heart problems and heart attacks in this country. And it's popular now, like to eat keto.
Right. Yeah, your doctor learns about nutrition the same way you learn about nutrition. They didn't learn about it in medical school. They learn about it from podcasts, webinars, articles, the same places that you learn. And you may know even more than your doctors. Look at your doctor. What is your doctor eating? What is their lifestyle? Should they really be telling you how you should be eating and living too?
Yeah, a lot of your doctors are suffering from the same diseases that you go to them for. So how do
Yeah.
you think they can help you with your disease when they're on the same pills they're putting you on? I mean, it's not funny, but it's ridiculous, you know. They
It
haven't
is
figured it out
ridiculous.
either.
Right. And some doctors have, and they'll say, that's why they transition to functional medicine
Yeah.
because they know I'm not helping people get better. I'm just giving them another band-aid and giving another band-aid and giving them a band-aid to fix that band-aid. Because what happens is that you create other problems. Taking something like statins creates nutrient deficiencies. So then you need to take some nutrients or something else happens and you end up having to take another medication because the doctors don't understand that you have the nutrient deficiency. So you end up on multiple meds that counteract each other and just create more and more problems. So the same thing happens in the herbalism world. So we have clients, I have clients all the time. I'm having, I don't know what's going on. I'm gaining weight, or my hormones are out of whack. I've been really moody. What herbs should I take? And so the first thing I say is, well, an herb's not going to fix that. Maybe an herb is going to help you chill a little bit, but it's not going to balance your hormones without you making other changes as well. You can't just do the one thing. And the same thing with the doctor. You go to your doctor and your doctor puts you on a hormone, then you're going to have to keep increasing the hormone or it's going to throw the balance off of all your other hormones. You can't just take a hormone and not make other changes.
Yeah, I blame it on the medical system's way of practicing. I think herbalists, there's a lot of herbalists that practice like that because
Yeah.
they look at the medical system and they want to fit in there. But that's
Right.
not a true herbalist doesn't want anything to do with the medical system. The way herbalism used to be practiced before the modern medical system, they didn't just give you an herb and call it a day. They knew that you had to change your diet. They knew that you had to get
Right.
your mind right, work on your stress, get your spiritual life straight. Look, naturally works, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of things you have to look at. But there's no quick fixes, you know. If you want a
Right.
quick fix, it doesn't exist.
Right. Right. Well, and then a lot of people come to us because they want to replace their meds with something more natural.
Yeah.
And so I'm taking this blood pressure medicine. What can I take instead? Well, that's still the same. It's the same thing as the regular medical system. And
Yeah.
so we can give you something that's going to act like your blood pressure meds. But once again, you have to change the other things first to even get there. We're in such a quick fix society here. Everybody wants a fast solution. I want to lose the weight today. I want to get my hormones in balance today. I want to, I don't know, sleep tonight. And we can help you sleep tonight, but it's not going to help you get to the root cause so that you can sleep well every night and your body recover and all your cleanup system runs well while you're sleeping. Did you know you even have a system that cleans everything up while you're sleeping? So we have to get to the root and make sure all those things happen the way your body is made to happen. Our bodies are created to take care of themselves. Think about it. You fall and you cut your leg. What do you have to do to get your blood to clot and everything to heal back up? You don't have to do anything. Your body does it itself. And so the same thing happens inside the body as well. And we just have to do the right things for our body so they can fix it. And it would do it if we were eating the right foods and consuming the right nutrition and sleeping the way we're supposed to be sleeping and taking care of ourselves. Back a long, long, long time ago, thousands of years ago, people weren't running 24/7. You know, the sun went down and they slept. Yes, they were in danger of wild animals or other tribes or whatever, but they did have downtime. We're not allowing ourselves to do that now.
No, there's so much else impossible for most people to relax. And unfortunately, people that come to us, they have been sick for a lot of years. The people that come to me, they've been sick for years and they've been going to doctors and they haven't got any better. And sometimes this is a good thing, because what I've noticed are the people who are sick of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
They're finally willing to go all in. Some people.
Yes. Yeah. And sometimes it takes multiple tries too.
Yeah.
But it's learning to understand your body and really listen to your body, which is something that's still new to me, something I still struggle with today. You know, someone will say, well, how do you feel after you eat this? Or if you take this supplement, how do you feel? And I I feel exactly the same. Like I don't notice any difference, you know, whatever I eat or whatever. Now, if I ate, I don't know, a gallon of ice cream, I would definitely say I feel that. But under normal circumstances, I don't feel a difference. And so it's really learning. I've never been taught to feel it. And so it's learning to feel my body. What does my body want and need? And you know, it's really not true, because when I travel, like if I go somewhere, even if it's just for a weekend, somewhere for 3 days or something, all of a sudden I'm like, I need some broccoli. It's like my body is saying, you need some greens. And I remember growing up when we would travel, my dad would do that. He'd go, I need some greens. I need some collards. And so I really think that the body is saying, you know, I need this. This is what you need right now. And we need to not ignore those. Don't go eat a cheeseburger and fries when your body's saying, I need some broccoli. It's like you need to make sure you're looking for what your body really needs and learning to tune in. And the only way we can tune in is by pausing.
Yeah, pausing. And some of these people listening may think, I will never crave broccoli. But if you start eating healthy, believe it or not, one day
Yeah.
you'll be thinking, I want some broccoli. Look, it happened to me too. I used to be a junk food guy, man. I would eat Domino's and cinnamon rolls and all that junk. Now, think just the mere thought of that kind of food, I don't even think about that kind of food anymore. And I do like broccoli and I like fruit and things like that. But I do agree, Jen, for what you're saying is we can't really be in tune with ourselves if it's always hustle and bustle. You cannot be in tune with anything. The old saying, stop and smell the roses. That's what we need to get back to. And I think a lot
Yes.
of people are waking up to that fact now.
Yes. Yes. That's a great example. Yeah. And you know, really tuning in. And so we hear things, and it's hard for a lot of us. Well, can't talk for everybody, but for me, you know, when someone says you need to meditate every day, I'm not going to sit down and meditate. I'm not going to sit down and meditate. But for some of us, that's just not right for us. We have to find what is right for you. What do I really enjoy that will allow me to pause walking outside? Walking outside, getting on a nice trail and walking and looking at the leaves and things like that. And I have to admit, sometimes I get out there and I'm still like, I just got to get this walk over because I have a million things to do. And so I'm not really paying attention. But I can't sit and be quiet. I can't just say, okay, right now I'm going to take a break and sit and meditate. That just doesn't work for me. And some people it does. I also have trouble with visualization. You know, they'll just sit down and, you know, think about your favorite place and, you know, what does it look like and all that. And I'm not good at that either. But I can listen to something, you know, at night, I do like legs at the wall, and I can listen to um different things. Like I like the Insight Timer app. I don't know if any of you have heard of that. It's a free app. But they'll go through different things where you lay down and they have you, I don't know, squeeze your eyes shut and blink or something like that, or squeeze your hands and, you know, go around your whole body. That is really relaxing to me. And so you have to find what works for you. Maybe you can sit and visualize, or maybe you can sit and quiet. Maybe you can sit and listen to music. You know, my mother-in-law takes a nap every afternoon, just a 15-minute nap. If I did that, I would be in a terrible mood the rest of the day. It doesn't work for me. But finding that one thing for you that allows you to pause during the day, and that's just part of it. And so pausing is wonderful, but then there's also things like exercise. We hear we need to exercise every day, but we need to find the right exercise. If you're go, 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 go all the time and stressed out all the time, and then you're also training for a marathon, what's going to happen?
Burnout. People don't
Yeah,
understand how overexercising affects your hormones in a negative way. Cortisol, I know you've heard of cortisol because there's a lot of commercials. Cortisol leads to belly fat storage or something like that, but it is true.
it is true.
And overexercising increases your cortisol because it's another stressor. The body doesn't know any difference between exercise and being in the morning rush hour. It is no stress.
Right, right.
But that being said, moderate to easy to moderate exercise actually lowers your cortisol.
Yes, yes. So still move your body because we have that lymphatic system that moves the toxins out, but it doesn't have a muscle that contracts like your heart contracts. We have to move our body. Our bodies are made to move. So you do need to make sure, and like if you're on Zoom calls all day or you're sitting at a desk all day, you need to make sure every hour you're getting up and at least walking around or stretching or something, because we want everything to be pumping and moving. The contraction of your muscles helps that lymphatic flow. And so you want to make sure, when you don't think about it, but when you get up, when you're walking, those muscles are contracting and that's helping things move along. And so that's just so important that you're moving every day. You're getting at least gentle exercise every day, not over exercising, taking time out to rest, eating nutrient dense foods that are going to provide all the vitamins and minerals to your body, and then add in the herbs that are needed for you. But you have to make sure those things are in place as well as using the herbs, because there is a place for the herbs too.
Oh yeah, I mean, herbs are amazing. I think there's always a place for the herbs, and so right now, Jennifer is outlining a routine. If you're trying to get better, she's talking about stress relief, something that works for you. She's
Yeah.
talking about nutritious foods, moderate exercise. We also talk about water and getting enough sleep. All these things. I know it sounds like something your mom would tell you when you were a kid, eat your vegetables. But if you put these things together in a program, your body will start to heal itself. It's amazing because but the body was designed to do that, you know?
Right, right, right. It's so important. Yeah. Yes, so we don't want to take an herb or take a supplement to just mask what's going on. We really want to get to the root. Find out why you're feeling this way. Find out what's going on underneath. So Dan and I, we do both work with clients. We work clients one-on-one. We would love to hear from you. If you like what you heard today, please comment, subscribe to our channel, share our podcast with your friends. If you didn't like it, we want to hear from you too. And we also want to know what else you would like to learn or hear about. If you would like to learn more, you can click in our bio. You can find out a lot more about us. Like it once again, we love to hear from you. Join us next week.